Good evening to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Let us start the session with a nice quote. What is today's quote? All things are difficult before they are easy. What does it mean? Initially, everything is difficult. After some time, that difficult thing becomes easy. Then comes a question, how does it become easy? When you have the positive attitude, you put in a lot of effort, you practice a lot, then it becomes easy. Do remember, don't get intimidated initially when something is difficult. Always remember, all things are difficult before they are easy. A very useful quote, especially while preparing for competitive exams. Today's editorial, I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy. It is all about the Cricket World Cup, and it is about Indian team's performance, also about the semi-final match that is going to happen tomorrow. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial appears to be positive and optimistic about India's performance in the Cricket World Cup. As I said, it is completely positive and optimistic. How does it start? Knockout blows. Usually, knockout goes with boxing. Blow also goes with boxing. But in this context, what does it mean? Now, semi-finals is knockout stage. If the team wins, it is going to be there. If the team does not win, it has to come out. I think there's another option. And knockout blows not related to. Yes, it is an interesting and inspiring topic. It is not related to boxing, it is related to cricket, the World Cup. On the Cricket World Cup entering its business end. In its business end, you have to recollect the rule that goes with possessive pronouns. Thank you very much. I wish you the same. It's possessive pronouns never taken, apostrophe that you have to recollect. Business end means fag end of the session. Quite often, I use this expression. While closing, I say, thanks for being with me till the fag end of the session. Fag end of the session. In this context, it's a business end. That means semi-finals, finals, not no doubt after that, no business. It is going to come to an end. What is the main idea of this editorial? India has so far. Whenever you come across so far, the phrase you have to think of present perfect tense. So far means from the past to the present. Any action that starts in the past or begins in the past and extends to the present does not go into future. We have to use present perfect. And this is a standard phrase. India has so far played, it's has so far, has played present perfect tense, its part as a favorite in the Cricket World Cup. And obviously, we all know what is going on, what has happened so far. The Cricket World Cup finally enters its business end. Same idea is being reiterated. Having crisscrossed, whatever you see in a different color, it talks about either grammar or vocabulary. They express, they denote. And good evening to all of you. Crisscrossed means what? Different places, different venues, they have been moving in and out, and it refers to that. Having crisscrossed, but there's one important expression here. Having completed. Having completed the work, I left the office. This pattern you have to know, given in exams many a time, the office. What does it mean? First, I completed the work, then I left the office. To express that idea, we say, having completed the work, I left the office. For this, you can also say, I had completed the work before I left the office. Here, you can also use a past perfect plus past tense. Both the patterns are very important. Both the patterns mean the same. Having completed is a non-finite verb. Who is that? Very good, Naidu. So the Cricket World Cup finally enters its business end, having crisscrossed India since the first match involving England and New Zealand at Ahmedabad on October 5th. In their backyard, an important expression. Today we don't use words like front yard and backyard. In the past, we would use these words quite often. What is the reason? In the past we would have independent houses. Now also we have in cities, but cities culture, it is nothing but apartment culture. Apartment culture, you come across a lot of apartments, a lot of skyscrapers. You cannot think in terms of, except villas, you cannot think in terms of front yard, backyard. You can't afford to. And backyard here, it is an idiomatic expression. In their backyard means India is a host based on that in their backyard. Rohit Sharma's men have exuded, an important word, present perfect. And what is the part of speech of this word? It's a verb. It means to display. In this context, what does it mean? To display. Exuded a dominant aura. Dominant, a simple word, adjective, aura, an important word. Aura actually means part of speech noun, a distinct or distinctive, a distinctive atmosphere or quality that surrounds a person. If you take right now Indian team, they have won all the matches so far. They have won all the matches, and there's a distinctive atmosphere, a quality that goes with the team based on that dominant aura. Brushing aside, an important expression you have to remember. Brush aside means neglect or ignore. He has brushed aside the allegations. Generally, this goes with brush aside. The minister has brushed aside the allegations or accusations, means ignored, did not give importance to those allegations. Brushing aside opposition units, all the teams have been defeated, be it the fancied ones. Fancied team means a lot of people like that team and they expect the team to win. Be it here, you could also say whether it is fancied ones or the emerging outfits. There are two words used regarding the teams. One, fancied teams, teams like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, fancied teams, or the emerging outfits, the new teams like the Netherlands, Afghanistan, and these are emerging outfits. Here, outfit means a team. 9 wins on the trot. An important expression on the trot means idiomatic expression. On the trot means in succession, in succession, without losing a single match. 9 wins on the trot is a remarkable achievement. Tomorrow you get the job, we will say it's a remarkable achievement, outstanding, remarkable, mind blowing, all these words you can think of. The men in blue means Indian players have batted, present perfect, with elan. Elan is an important word, but generally it goes with fashion industry. What does it mean? Part of speech noun means a style. You can also use the word enthusiasm, but more than enthusiasm, elan we use the word style. And and bowled with zest. Zest also we have got a few times, means what? Part of speech noun, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of enthusiasm, zest, an important word. So, how did they do? The men in blue have batted with elan and bowled with zest. They rode smooth. This is an important expression. And generally, we use the adverb smoothly. But here, they rode smooth means they did not lose a single match and they have won all the matches in all their contests to top the league phase with 18 points. They were at the top, and to top the league phase with 18 points. Having won the World Cup in 1983 and 2011, having won, again, you have got the same expression. Having won the World Cup in 1983 and 2011, India is eyeing. Which tense is this? Present continuous tense. First, you got to know the tense, present continuous tense. But generally, what happens, many students know the word I as a noun. But in this context, is it a noun or a verb? It's a verb. It means you have the desire to get someone and you're waiting to get something. Then we say eyeing for something. Eyeing for something. India is eyeing a third tryst. Tryst is an important word, part of speech noun. It has two or three meanings. It goes with lovers, but in this context, it does not go with lovers. It means a meeting with someone or something. In this context, a tryst with glory. Glory means what? Fame. Meeting with fame. If they win the match, that is going to be outstanding. But there's a problem. What is the problem? New Zealand is a hurdle. The word hurdle we have got so many times. Part of speech, noun. Hurdle means what? Bottleneck. Hurdle. You should also think of words like impediment, hurdle, bottleneck, impediment. All these words you have to recollect. And hurdle in the semi-final at Mumbai on Wednesday. They're going to face, that is tomorrow, they're going to face New Zealand. It talks about the past, what happened in the past. During the 2019 edition in England, India wilted against New Zealand in the semi final. This word wilt is a verb, obviously a regular verb. Actually, it goes with plants. Imagine you don't water plants for 1 or 2 days, then the plants wilt, means become weak and dry, and eventually they die. So, in this context, it is like concede defeat, wilted against New Zealand in the semi final. However, this time around, an important expression, usually we stop with this time. However, contrasting word, this time around, having defeated their doughty rivals. Doughty means very strong, brave and persistent. Brave and persistent. There's a new word we have got for the first time. Doughty rivals, competitors, means brave and persistent, part of speech adjective. At Dharmashala in the league stage, Indian cricketers believe that they can get past Kane Williamson's men. Kane Williamson's men, New Zealand team, and they have the gut feeling, they believe, gut feeling, they can get past. There's an important expression, go past something or someone, get past someone or something. Means to cross. They can get past Kane Williamson's men. New Zealand qualified from a mid-table clutter. Actually, clutter means a lot of untidy things at one place. We say, what is this clutter? In this context, it talks about they had a few problems. New Zealand qualified from a middle table clutter involving Pakistan and Afghanistan and has a new generation star. Has here does not talk about present perfect. It is present tense, talks about possessive nature, possessive aspect or possession. And whenever you want to use a helping verb have, it has one function and three meanings. What are the three meanings of have? One is eat, another drink, and the third one possess. When you use the possessive dimension, you cannot use it in ing form. A lot of people say, I'm having a brother. It means you're eating your brother. Practically not possible. What are you supposed to say? I have a brother. I have a bike. I have two sisters. Never use in ing form. So New Zealand has a new generation star in prolific batter. Who is this new generation star? Indian origin, but one important word, prolific. Prolific goes with writing. Generally, we say prolific writer. Some people they can write a lot of books effortlessly, and some people struggle to write one sentence also. So, prolific batter in this context means to make a lot of runs. I think he's in the second position or third position. He has made a lot of runs. Prolific batter, Rachin Ravindra. Always a team in which the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. New Zealand can be a tricky opposition. It could be a tricky opposition. We cannot take it for granted. And India, despite its current form, despite common error of not correct, despite its current form, is aware of the knockout stage pitfalls. What does it mean? India is aware of The knockout stage pitfalls. Pitfall means part of speech noun. What does it mean? Danger. You can also think of the word threat. Knockout stage threats, knockout stage dangers. India is aware of that. In the 2015 edition too, India lost in the semi-final. It looks like semi-final scare is there. Currently, Rohit's men are in such ominous form. Actually, the word ominous is a negative word, part of speech, adjective. What does it mean? Something bad, one meaning. And in this context, something like threatening for rivals, for competitors, threatening form. Ah, very good. I appreciate Naidu. Pitfall, threat, menace, jeopardy, wonderful. So here, threatening form. Rohit's men are in such threatening form or ominous form that even the absence of injured all-rounder Hardik Pandya has not affected their plans. Pandya is not in the team because got injured. In spite of that, India has been doing extremely well and it has not affected. Again, you got to be a little careful. You have to recollect two important words. One is affect, which is a verb, and what is the other word you're supposed to recollect? Effect. Effect is both a verb and a noun, but we use it as a noun. Generally, we don't use it as a verb. So you can forget this affect verb, effect noun, usually. Rohit, to substantiate that statement, Rohit, Virat Kohli, Gill, and Shreyas Iyer and Rahul have prospered. Prosper usually goes with business context, but in this context it means they have done extremely well. While the bowling helmed by, there's one standard expression at the helm, means at the top, and helmed by means led by. Bumrah has run through startled opposition ranks. A run through means performed extremely well. Startled. Startle is an important word, and usually we use it in the passive form, startle. To surprise a lot. I was startled, we use in passive voice. And for this, you have to think of an idiomatic expression, and usually we also say, I was taken aback. I was taken aback also means the same. I was surprised a lot. Here it talks about startled opposition ranks, means opposition players. India, though, is yet to win, yet to win, yet to come, yet to learn. An important expression. An ICC title since the last triumph, a great victory at the Champions Trophy in 2013. Last, they won 2013. Now 2023, a 10-year drought. The word drought we have got many a time, but usually drought part of speech noun, it goes with what? It goes with rains. No rains for a long time, we use the word drought. And here you have to recollect an important idiomatic expression, dry spell. We use here dry spell as well. A 10-year dry spell or a 10-year drought means no title for 10 years, for a decade. Needs to be addressed, and there could be a shot at redemption. Redemption has got two or three meanings. There's a possibility. Here, redemption means a regain, means a win this time. Redemption when the dust settles at Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium after the final on November 19th. South African, who are the other semi-finalists? South Africa and Australia, the other semi-finalists, at different points have displayed form and fragility. Form positive, fragility negative. And the word is a noun, but it comes from the adjective fragile. Fragile means what? Delicate. Fragile ecosystem, a typical combination. And here you should also think of another word, brittle. Brittle also means delicate, but brittle has another connotation. easily broken. And the word brittle goes with eggshells, glass, easily broken, brittle. And fragile ecosystem. Fragile means weak, in a way, delicate. Powered by Glenn Maxwell's unbeaten 2-1 against Afghanistan, Australia has an X factor. Some surprise could be there, while South Africa has depth, even if skipper Temba Bawuma's runs have dried up. Each team has its own speciality or USP or unique feature. They may throw a surprise. That's what the sentence means. That defending champion England and past powerhouses like Pakistan and Sri Lanka have crashed is a pointer to the flux within the cricket. Now, established teams, strong teams have crashed out of the tournament. It's a pointer to the flux within cricket. Generally, we use the word flux. Another word, influx. Flux means in a state of continuous change. Influx means something or a lot of people entering a particular place regularly. Influx of multinational companies, influx of migrant workers. That those are the combinations you have to recollect. How does the editorial end? Even as a host, who is a host here? India is a host. Even as a host, flourished, did well. The most heartening story means something positive of this World Cup is a growth revealed by a pugnacious Afghanistan and to some extent the Netherlands. Pugnacious means aggressive, an important word we have got for the first time, ready to attack. So, two teams have surprised everyone. One is pugnacious Afghanistan, aggressive when it comes to the game, and to some extent, the Netherlands. Again, many of our students know why we have to, this is important. Usually, name of a country is a proper noun. We are not supposed to use any article. But English has rules, English has exceptions. Before some countries, we have to use a definite article, the most important example, the Netherlands, the Philippines, the Irish Republic. So these you have to, the US, the UK, the UAE, the Ukraine, you have to recollect. To widen its footprints, the willow game. How many of you know the meaning of a willow game? Willow game is nothing but cricket. Then you may wonder why is it called a lot of words today. Yes, who is that? Tirupati Rao. That's why I have brought this one. Today's editorial, there's so much to learn, so many words to learn. And all these words are very important. They go with effective English. And there's every possibility you may get in the exam under fillers or a passage or so many exam topics you may come across. Very important. Willow game is nothing but cricket. Then you may wonder, why is it called willow game? If you take the cricket bat is made from a particular tree. Which tree is that? A willow tree. Because of that, it is called willow game. That is a tree. From the tree stem, they make cricket bats. Based on that, it is known as willow game. So, how does the editorial end? To widen its footprints, the willow game needs these teams to evolve. What are the teams? One is Afghanistan, the other one is the Netherlands. They have to evolve and yes, you're right, Ganesh. Easy to comprehend, interesting to read, but a lot of words to learn. That way, this editorial is different and quite fascinating. That's all about this editorial. Let us go to questions based on comprehension skill. Five questions, all easy questions. I'm damn sure you can answer all the five questions. Read the first one. What is India's current winning streak in the Cricket World Cup according to the editorial? Six consecutive wins, nine consecutive wins, 12 consecutive wins, 15 consecutive wins. How many matches India won without losing a single match? First one is what? B, obviously, nine. Nine matches at a stretch without losing a single match. As I said, all these are very easy. You should be able to answer just like that. Which team is India set to face in the semi-final at Mumbai, according to the editorial? In a way, these are silly questions because we all know cricket, we follow cricket, and other article I did not bother to look at. I think it is related to Indian economy. Am I right? I had a glance, but usually what I do morning when I have a look at both the editorials, quick glance. When I saw this one, I thought this is the best one because a lot of words are there, easy to comprehend, and you get connected to this editorial. The other one is related to Indian economy, I suppose. Obviously, New Zealand. I always bring keeping in mind the language proficiency. When I start the session, also I say the Hindu editorial analysis for proficiency in English. That is the main objective. How did India fare against New Zealand in the 2019 edition of the Cricket World Cup? India won the semi final. India lost in the league stage. India lost in the semi final. India won the final. Answer is C. Lost in the semi final. Right now, many I spoke to a lot of students. Many of them they are rather apprehensive. What does it mean apprehensive? They have this feeling, India will it cross semi-final stage because in the past it lost. At this is a crucial stage India has to go past. Which key all-rounder is mentioned as absent due to injury in the editorial? Again, easy to answer. Which all-rounder hasn't played so far in this World Cup edition? Answer is Pandya. Fourth one, B is the answer. Question number 5. When was the last time India won an ICC title? Before the current World Cup. When was the last time India won an ICC title? Before the current World Cup. Easy to answer. ICC title, you have to focus on the key words. Not 2011. No, 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 no. Answer is 2013. It talks about ICC title. It also mentions 2013, 2023, 10 years drought. Remember, editorial talks about that. Answer is D. Ninth class. Who is that? Tirupati Rao. Okay. So that's all about today's editorial. Today, no practice questions. And from tomorrow, I'm working on new patterns and new videos. You will be surprised, and they are going to be very useful. Please wait for 1 or 2 days. I'm going to change the approach, a new format, and better enrichment. That's what I feel. Thanks for being with me till the fag end of the session. Do remember to subscribe and share. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much.